Hey folks, this is Ken. I'm totally excited. I just picked up a 21-inch Hoffman Condor Classic frame. I'm gonna put it in the camera there so you can see it. So a 21-inch Hoffman Condor Classic frame. Picked it up at Albies. Love Albies. Been hanging out with those guys for a while. Known Flip for a long time. So I went and picked this frame up the other day, and when we pulled it off the hook off the wall, it was on display there. Everything was great. I was completely excited. And then I heard this. See if it'll do it real quick. Little rattling sound inside the frame. And what we narrowed it down to, we couldn't get it out. We tried to get it out. There are no real openings where we can easily get this thing removed. A little weld booger. There's a little weld booger inside. The right side chain stay, or the seat stay, excuse me, the right side seat stay on the frame, and it's just a little weld booger in there. And what's been done in the past in the industry, and the Albies even said it, that they had to deal with a batch of frames, not Hoffman, but from another company in the past, and they called the company and said, hey, this is what's going on with the frame. We had this rattling, and again, it was a different company. But they said that there's this rattling and we can't get the stuff out. What do we do? So they said, do what we do. Squirt a blob of silicone inside one of the vent holes in the frame from production. Squirt a blob of silicone in there. Tip the frame over until the little metal piece or whatever it is, or what I call the weld booger, sticks to the adhesive, and let it dry, and problem solved. So I figured I would try this, so in case, on video here, I'd try it, just in case when, somebody else has experienced this and want to try it out. This is my first time ever having to do it. And we couldn't really send this thing back to Hoffman to get a different one, because this is it. There aren't any more, So I wasn't going to monkey with that, and I'm totally cool with this. It's like, they gave me the solution. I thought it was a really creative idea, and I figured I would try it while I'm here at home with it. So we'll see what happens. So I stopped up at the Home Depot, and I picked up some silicone, some liquid nails brand. Doesn't matter what brand it is, but I picked up some liquid nails with a little applicator, little thingy here, and I can nip off just the end of it there, so it fits inside one of the vent holes in the seat tube. There's no way you're going to be able to see it, but inside the seat tube, just here, there's a little vent hole where the seat stay meets the seat tube. So there's a little vent hole there. So I'm going to squirt a blob of silicone there. Tip the frame up so that the wood booger slides down and sticks to it. But just in case, I'm thinking I'm going to put another a blob of that silicone just inside. I won't mess with the threads of my where my brake posts mount, but I'll try to get it at an angle and squirt a blob just inside there. That won't affect anything, but hopefully it'll trap that little booger in here, and it'll stick to that little blob of silicone, so it won't rattle around in that short section. But I want to make sure that I get it, for sure. So, bust open the packet, and we're just gonna try it. I've never done this before. So, all right. So, the little applicator tip thingy here. Let's see if it fits first where I want it. It looks like I'll get just inside. You can't really see it from there, but it looks like I'll get just inside here, and I can actually feel where that vent hole is. It'll go, where the heck is it? Oh, right there. I'll go just inside right there with it and squirt a blob just inside that little vent hole, and I'll come up here. You can hear it rattling, and I'll go in here too, and beyond the threads, I'll squirt a blob inside the chainstay there, and then it'll get stuck to one of the two blobs in there. And if it dislodges from one, it'll get stuck on the other. I mean, whatever. So we'll figure it out. We're going to try it right now here. So, always an adventure when you're building a bike, Okay, so there's that. Don't want to lose that. The cat eat that. It wouldn't be good. All right, so, okay. Peel a little foil thingy off of there. And it's just simple, clear silicone. No fumes to get buzzed from. Dang. All right, so just see what happens. Again, it's still rattling around inside that seat stay. Alright, so I'm going to try to, need a piece of paper towel, set this right here for your viewing pleasure right there. Hopefully it doesn't fall. Alright, had to get up and grab myself a couple of Lowell napkins. And a paper towel, just in case. Alright, so make sure I get some of that into the applicator. I'm squeezing it right now, see if I can get some in there, get it started. Ah, there it goes. That's already in the end. Put some in there. Looks like there's a pretty fair amount in there. Huh, no more rattle. Look at that. Yeah, it stopped it. Huh? Mark Flipowitz, you're a genius. I said it. Mark, you're a genius. Flip's a genius. So, no more rattle. And he's the one that discovered the rattle. He was carrying the frame down the ladder at Albie's, the bike shop there. He was carrying it down for me. And when he leaned forward, you hear this rattling sound. But just that quickly, within a few seconds, that stopped. It's pretty unbelievable. I mean, it made sense that it would work, but that was really fast. So, cool. All right. Well, I can proceed with the build. Well, when I get all the rest of my parts, I can proceed with the build. I guess I got to start working on that now. Anyway, thanks, Flip. Thanks, Albies, and I hope this little tidbit of information helped you guys out a little bit. So if you ever run across this with a frame you ordered, don't freak out. Just fix it. Didn't take but just a couple of seconds. You saw it yourself. Cool, man. I'm looking forward to the build. Later.